area directors, fellow Toastmasters, and guests. Good afternoon. Welcome to new member orientation program 2020 brought to you by Division I, District 20, Toastmasters International. Now the question is, what is Toastmaster International? Toastmaster International is a non-profit educational organization that teaches public speaking and leadership skill through worldwide networks of clubs. It was started in 1924 at YMCA Santa Ana, California, USA. In fact, it was initiated during 1905. More details about this will be informed by our presenter, DTM Geeta Panachwami. Who is the founder of Toastmasters? Dr. Ralph C. Smedley. Today, our membership exceeds 358,000 in more than 16,800 clubs in 143 countries. More about Toastmasters, like history of Toastmasters, who in Toastmasters, club officers' roles, meeting roles and responsibilities, mentoring, and different types of contests, you will listen from our eminent speakers. Now, the question is, what is the mission of Toastmasters International? Our mission is to empower the individuals to become more effective communicators and leaders. This NMOP is organized by Division I, District 20, correct? So, what is the mission of district? District's mission is we build new clubs and support all clubs in achieving excellence with the core values of integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Now, moving forward towards the theme of the meeting, the seeds of today, trees of tomorrow. How many of you are seeds? I mean, just joined Toastmasters. Great. At the end of today's session, you will not be a seed more. You will be sprouted to a learned Toastmasters, and gradually you will be a tree in Toastmasters. Today, we have so many trees, they are dedicating their time for all of us by giving shelter under their shadow, especially to all newly joined Toastmasters, so that we all can learn all about Toastmasters. Who are they? They are our dignitaries, presenters, volunteers, and all of you, my dear Toastmasters. Success of any virtual program is highly depends on a moderator. Today, we have a beautiful lady with us. Her learning seed in Toastmasters was planted last year. She will be our moderator. Born in Saudi, raised up in Mumbai, and working in Bahrain. Done her Masters in Commerce and HR. Works at Al-Bostani Groups as Office Administrator. Vice President Education of St. Paul Toastmasters Club. She loves learning, loves to meet new people, and loves talking. That is the reason she is in Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our moderator of the meeting, Toastmaster Ginny Johara, with a big round of virtual applause to inform us about the role of moderator.
Hi, good afternoon to all my dignitaries, my fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you, Master of Ceremonies, DTM Sanjeev, for such a wonderful introduction. I'm so glad that I will be the moderator for today's event. All of you are requested to drop in your queries in the chat box. And at the end of the meeting, while the Q&A is on, I'll be directing the questions to the specified speakers. I wish all the best to all my amazing speakers and to all the Toastmasters over here. Have an enjoyable meeting ahead. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies, DTM Sanjeev. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ginny, for introducing the role of moderator in excellent way. My dear friends, time and tide never waits for anybody. In order to monitor the time of today, we have a young tree just planted before 5 months in March 2020. Working as a project manager in a leading construction company, vice president membership of Pan Palarkal Toastmasters Club, none other than Toastmaster Balamurugan. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Toastmaster Balamurugan with a big round of virtual applause to explain us the timing criteria of today's program.
Good evening, MC, DTM Sanjeev, dignitaries of District 20 and all other Toastmasters and guests. As a timer, I'll be timing the NMOP as scheduled in the circulated agenda. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the virtual background by green, yellow, and red color, which denoted specific time stamps. I hereby request all the speakers and role players to pin my screen, keep track of your allotted time. And for the 3 minutes address, 3-minute address speeches should limit their remarks to no more than 3 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll change my screen as green yellow background. At 2 minutes, I'll change my screen as yellow background. At 3 minutes, I'll change my screen as red background. For 5 minutes address speeches should limit their remarks to no more than 5 minutes. At 3 minutes, I'll change my screen as green color. At 4 minutes, I'll change my screen as yellow color. At 5 minutes, I'll change my screen as red color. For 10 minutes designated education session should limit their remarks to no more than 10 minutes. At 7 minutes, I'll change my screen as green virtual background. At 9 minutes, I'll change my screen as yellow background. At 10 minutes, I'll change my screen as red background. For 15 minutes designated education session should limit their remarks no more than 15 minutes. At 12 minutes, I'll change my screen as green background. At 14 minutes, I'll change my screen as yellow background. At 15 minutes, I'll change my screen as red background. Thanks for listening and over to TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balamurugan, for explaining timing criteria in a brilliant way. Friends, now is the time to welcome a Toastmaster who is the master tree of today's NMOP. He has 17 years of experience in telecom and IT industries in India and Middle East. A creative thinker, loves organizing programs for children and teens. His learning experience in Toastmasters was planted just last year in 2019. He is a core committee team member of United Toastmasters, currently serving as president at St. Paul Toastmasters Club, Bahrain. None other than our own chairperson, Toastmaster Reynolds. My dear patrons, let us welcome Toastmaster Reynolds with a huge round of virtual applause to address us.
Thank you, Master of Ceremonies. Honorable District 20 Director DTM Mohammed Salim, District 20 PQD DTM Alifia Laddawala, District 20 CGD DTM Khalid Abdullah, Division I Director DTM Elamurgu, all the division directors, area directors, officials, fellow Toastmasters, guests, and in particular, the new members of our Toastmasters family. A warm good afternoon to all. It's an absolute delight and honor to be here today in front of you all for this event, New Members Orientation Program NMOP 2020, organized by Division I. I remember when the responsibility to chair the event was entrusted upon me under the guidance and blessing of District 20 CGD, DTM Khalid Abdullah, and DID, DTM Elamurugu, and officials. We had formed an organizing committee comprising a group of passionate, energetic, and creative Toastmasters. Fellow Toastmasters, this event is the result of the hard work and the wonderful team effort of these members, all within a short span of time. Hats off to them. This program has been structured keeping in mind the needs of new members who have joined Toastmasters. If you are a seasoned Toastmaster, it is always good to hit the refresh button to sharpen your knowledge and understanding of Toastmasters. I assure you that the education session will enable great learning experience to each one of us. We have a strong lineup of 6 eminent speakers presenting you with much needed topics on Toastmasters. To the new members here, I have been a Toastmaster for the last 1 year. When I joined, I had lots of doubts and many jargons in Toastmasters which were new to me, and I am still learning. The many roles and responsibilities that I have been taken during the last 1 year, Toastmasters has enabled me to hone my leadership skills and improve myself in communication and public speaking. As our Toastmasters International founder, Raj C. Smedley puts it, we learn best in moments of enjoyment. On behalf of the organizing team, I take this moment to welcome each one of you present here to this event and enjoy the rest of the meeting. Thank you, and back to the Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Reno. Thank you, Toastmaster Renos, for your excellent address. My dear friends, now is the time to welcome a distinguished Toastmaster who is holding the top position in our District 20. His learning seed in Toastmaster was planted in 2002 and today sprouted to a big tree where we all are taking shelter. Previously, he holds all the positions in Toastmasters, starting from club president, area director, division director, district manager, district CGD, district PQD, and this year, District 20 Director, none other than our own brother, DTM Mohammed Salim. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our District 20 Director, DTM Mohammed Salim, with a big round of virtual applause to address us.
Thank you very much, DTM Sanjeev Mohapatra, for the warm introduction. It's a privilege for me to be here. First of all, let me acknowledge the presence of few leaders here. First of all, we have our Program Quality Director, DTM Alifia Lakdawala. We have our Club Growth Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah. We have our District Finance Manager, Toastmaster Ravi Jayakwadi. The hosting the Division Director, Division I Director, DTM Elamurugu. We have Division Director Faisal. We have Division Director Asif. And we have other dignitaries over here. And 2 persons I would like to acknowledge here for those. I mean, for many members, actually not just new members, there are few senior members also might need to know about these 2 people over here. One is our DTM Gitarani Ponchami. She is the first lady Toastmaster to join in this particular region, actually. Entire GCC, she is the first person to join Toastmasters, and she is here among us, actually. One more senior member, I mean, he requires a lot of introduction. He is DTM Punichami, my mentor, the one person who really brought me into Toastmasters. And without him, actually, I'm not here into Toastmasters. Actually. I would have not known about Toastmasters too. These 2 members have made a huge impact in my life, actually. If they are not there, I'm not here today. And it is my duty to acknowledge these 2 Toastmasters here. And to a certain extent, actually, we don't need new member orientation. It might be a little bit of shocking for most of you that why do we need new member orientation? This happens only when we don't have the mentor roles properly being assigned. for me, actually, I was very much blessed to have DTM Konichami and DTM Kitarani Konichami, who guided me throughout my Toastmasters journey, actually, particularly for the first 5 years, actually, that was a lot of learning experience. Certain times, it's very difficult for us to accept the um, facts which they mentioned, actually. Sometimes, you feel a bit, you know, knowing that why should I listen, actually. That is where sometimes, mentor-mentee relationship has to be more stronger, actually. But there have been a guiding factor. If we have a proper mentor role in our Toastmasters program, we don't need new member orientation. But then we have a program today, actually, and we want more members to get benefit out of it, actually. And I hardly see very few participants today, actually, which is a bit shocking for me. It's not for new members alone. It is for the current members also to know more about Toastmasters. And in this, actually, we have 114 participants, which is a good news. But I expect more because normally when we have a physical meeting, we have around 150 to 200 members. So virtual, maybe people might take a little bit time. They see the agenda, they might join a little later. But this is a wonderful initiative taken by Division I Director, headed by our Division I Head of Education, Program Quality, Sanjeev Mohapatra. So all the best for all the role players and the participants here. I'm looking forward eagerly to listen more from the veteran Toastmasters. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, sir, for your excellent inspirational address. Moving forward, now is the time to welcome a distinguished Toastmaster who is holding second top position in our District 20. Her learning seed in Toastmasters was planted before 8 years at Timber Tucker's Toastmasters Club. A physiotherapist by profession who believes in holistic rehabilitation of her patients, a subject matter expert on lifestyle management, a fitness enthusiast, a crossfitter, and yoga doer. She has enjoyed every role in Toastmasters and believes that learning never stops. Served at club, area, division, and humbled to receive the Best Division Director Award during 2017-2018. Her funda in life is take the best, leave the rest. She always says that let's plant healthy seeds today for a robust and healthier tomorrow. She says, let's learn, share, and grow together. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our own Program Quality Director, DTM Alifia Lakadwala, with a big round of virtual applause to address us.
Thank you, DTM Sanjeev, for those kind words. Dignitaries in the house, starting with our immediate past region advisor, DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali, District Director, DTM Muhammad Salim, our Clerk Pro Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah. Division Directors, starting with Division B Director, Division C Director, Division H Director, District Office Members. We have our PRM in the house, Toastmaster Maram, our Finance Manager, Toastmaster Ravi, our Head of Arabic Affairs, Toastmaster Hassam, our Logistic Manager, Toastmaster Annaji. Area Directors who are present, hope I have not missed anybody. Area 2 Director, Toastmaster Roshan, Area 10 Director, Toastmaster Murli, Area 16 Director, Toastmaster KM, Area 33 Director, Toastmaster Farida, and Area 34 Director, Toastmaster Narayan Swamis. Members, organizing committees, Toastmasters, good evening. I think just addressing the dignitaries, the green light has come up. Past leaders, present leaders, good evening. It's always an honor to be amongst District 20 members and being a part of whatever educational sessions you all organize. This year, we are lucky that we are virtual and whatever events we are combining, we are doing it together for the district. I'm sorry, I forgot to acknowledge the man of the hour, the Division I Director, DTM Ella Morgan. So whatever we are doing it for the district together. And it's a very good thing that under the umbrella of the district, the trio has taken this initiative that we are empowering our division directors with one of the trainings, and they are executing it with their teams. The idea of new membership orientation program, as it said, that education never stops, learning never stops. It's not only for the new members, it's also for us as leaders, as members to understand. It's to understand how each role can add value to us in Toastmasters and beyond Toastmasters in our personal life. Every role which is crafted in Toastmaster has a specific purpose. Critical thinking, understanding, increasing your vocabulary, time management, organization skills, executing skills. These are the things which we require in our personal life also, for our professional life also. That's why Toastmasters is a time-tested program and where we say where leaders are made. So make the best use, I would say, make the best use of this program today. Not only for our newcomers, but even for us as members, we need to understand that how can these roles, these responsibilities, these objectives which are there in Toastmasters can take us ahead to become a better person, personally, professionally, a better leader in Toastmasters. We are happy to serve you to our best of our ability. These are the programs which we have coined for this year. And this is the second in a row done by Division I, it started with Division G, and many more. All of the division directors will be executing their organizing skills and empowering their division members. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Mom, for your kind address. Moving forward, now is the time to welcome a distinguished Toastmaster who is holding the third top position in our District 20. He planted his learning seed in Toastmasters during 2014 at Babka Toastmasters Club. His purpose of life is to lead his kids by a good example of a father, and that's why he is in Toastmasters. As per him, we all started as seeds and grown up as proud leaders and communicators. Now, it is the time for us to grow our own seeds. Members of 3 clubs, Babka Toastmasters, St. Paul Club Toastmasters, President of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters, none other than our own CGD DTM Khalid Abdullah. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our District 20 Club Group Director, DTM Khalid Abdullah, to address us with a big round of virtual applause.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies. Past Division K Director, DTM Sanjeev Mahapatra. Let me recognize our immediate past Region 11 Advisor, DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali. Our DD, Distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Salim. Our lovely PQD, who managed to, I think, address all of the dignitaries here, and I wouldn't be able to match whatever she did. PQD, DTM Alifia Lakdawala. All of the other dignitaries, current, past, definitely future, division, area director, presidents, Toastmasters, and guests. Good afternoon to one and all. There are 2 things that I would love to, if you don't mind. The first one is the light behind me because I'm sitting in my mom's house, and the other thing is the screaming of my son and the other kids outside. But this also is a great reminder for us all that we all been one day just like them, not knowing what to do. We're all around here. People have to guide us. And today specifically, I saw an individual among the crowd who reminded me of the day when I joined Babco in 2002. And he is among us. I call him a mentor of mine, a real mentor, that he made me the person who I am. Toastmaster Muhammad Shafi'i, if you could not recognize yourself. It's really wonderful how world is all around. And family, Toastmaster extended family is growing and more mentors is joining that. And this is exactly why we need this new membership orientation program. You need to have someone to guide you, to hold you into whatever that you don't know now, into the knowns that you would gain after today's workshop. I always keep on reminding everyone that we are going through the biggest milestone of this term. And if there is something that keeps me awake at night, it's the membership renewal, October membership renewal. So please, let's take this as an opportunity. We are now 120 members here. Let's learn, let's expand on whatever learning we have. And I can tell you, you have 6 great presenters in here. And they were picked very wisely. Thanks for all of the organizing committee for all of their hard work. Thanks for the presenter in advance for whatever knowledge they will give us. And thanks for all of whoever is attending today, regardless of wherever you are, which level you are, be it a new member or be it a senior member. This is what we are here for, to learn from each other, to grow together. And the togetherness, that's the word that I would leave you with. Togetherness as one big united family, we would definitely go over this October renewal. So please don't forget to renew. And over to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, DTM Khalid Abdullah, for your brilliant address to us. My dear folks, now is the time to welcome a distinguished Toastmaster who is the father of our Division I. He planted his learning seed in Toastmasters on 1st January 2014. Founder, President, and sponsor of Indian Academy Toastmasters, Founder, Chairman of Indian Academy Overseas IGNOU Center, Bahrain, Chairman of Basanta Murgu Polytechnic College, Tamil Nadu, Chairman of Midland College, Media, Leicester, London, UK, Chairman of ABC Business Consultancy, WLL, Professor in Management and French. In his 6 years journey in Toastmaster, he served several leadership roles in club, area, and division, none other than our own Division I Director, DTM Ilamurgo Subramanian. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome our own Division I Director, DTM Ilamurgo, to address us with a big round of virtual applause.
Thank you, MC, for a wonderful introductions. Thank you very much. The first move of leadership is learning to think for yourself, said by Robin Sharma. District Director, DTM Mohammed Salim, District PQD, DTM Alifia Lakadola, District CGD, DTM Khalid Abdullah, Division Directors, Area Directors, Senior Toastmaster, DTM Ponusami, past Regional 11 Advisor, DTM Ali Abbas Sabab Ali, Event Chairman, Prominent Speaker, Organization Committee Leaders, Guests, and fellow Toastmasters. Good afternoon to one and all. As a Division I Director, I thank our district officials who had given me a confidence to ability to conduct new member organization program. This event plays a vital role for the seeds of today and the trees of tomorrow. Friends, first of all, I would like to congratulate all for taking a right decision to join Toastmaster. This is only non-profitable organization who gives a platform to learn and lead your life with the development of your communication skill and leadership skill. I started our Indian Academy Toastmaster Club for the development of student communications and leadership skill. Now there are a lot of institutions, individual are coaching this skill, but the difference in Toastmaster, you will be the senior Toastmasters, your mentor, leaders, friends will train you, will help you, trust you, makes you to be a good communicator and leader in a short span of time. You can feel that, you can witness that when you are going to address an audience, a lead of group, this is the way here all Toastmaster journey started. In our district, we have a big brother Toastmaster who is always available 24/7, is our CGD DTM Khalid Abdullah. He is always with us. He is the person behind the successful event. He started the first preparation meeting 2 weeks ago, and he helped us to work day and night. We almost 36 Toastmasters involved for the benefit of new members orientation program under our young and energetic chairperson, Toastmaster Renosh. It is highly wonderful experience for all of us. You will get this type of experience only in Toastmaster. It's like sharing the roles and responsibility to make a success marriage functions. This is the way, once you step into the Toastmaster, you always feel a group of friends behind you. Toastmaster is always learning the communication and leadership skill at every moment. Being a professor, I used to teach a group of 100 students at a time. But addressing a public meeting, I used to prefer to go. But now in Toastmaster, I was trained by my Toastmasters, senior Toastmaster, to address this elevation in grand manner. I personally thank Dr. Rolf C. Smedley, founder of Toastmaster, who showed a seed of one club in 1934 in the United States of America. Now it's become a tree of 16,800 clubs in 140 countries. He is a leader who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Thank you, one and all. Over to the Master of Ceremony, DTM Sanjay.
Thank you, sir, for your excellent address. Now, let us start our educational session. Before we go ahead with the education session, I have two announcements. First is, I remind all of you, if you have any question, please write directly to our moderator, Toastmaster Ginny. Not in common chat, but privately to her. Kindly mention the name of the presenters from whom you need the answer. The second announcement is for our presenters. Dear presenters, before you start your presentation, kindly pin the timer so that you can see the time. Moving forwards with educational session. Of course, ladies first. Now is the time to welcome a beautiful lady. She is the retired assistant professor of English and school principal, none other than our own Dr. Geeta Panochami. She is the first lady to join Toastmasters in Middle East, the first lady to become DTM, first lady to be a division director, joined Manama Toastmasters in 1988. Physically left Toastmasters in October 1990 due to First Gulf War. Rejoined Toastmasters in February 2002 when she co-founded Tasca Toastmasters Club along with DTM Panochami as founder president. She said, Newton's third law of motion defines the concept of karma. Every action has reaction. In other words, the seeds of today becomes the trees of tomorrow. Such is the leadership between our dreams and achievements. Let us choose to dream big and nourish our dreams. She is an inspiring leader and motivational speaker who believes in empowering women and children. She has presented many Toastmasters training, served as chief judge and judge, visited 54 countries. She has attended the Toastmasters International Convention in US and Canada many times. We are humbled to have you, madam. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome DTM Geeta Panachami to present us about history of Toastmasters with a big round of virtual applause.
Yes, timer is here. All right. Thank you so much for those encouraging words. DTM, Master of Ceremonies, DTM Sanjeev. District 20 Director, DTM Mohammed Salim. PQD, DTM Alifia. CGD, DTM Khalid. Division Directors, Area Directors. NMOP Sponsor, Division I Director, DTM Ilamurugu. Area Directors, Club Presidents, other District Area Club Division Officers, past dignitaries, particularly Region 11 Advisor, DTM Ali Shabas, and past District Director, DTM Ponuchami. Vanakkam. Good afternoon. In this presentation on the history of Toastmasters, we'll be briefly exploring the history of Toastmasters International, and we'll be taking a glimpse at the history of Toastmasters in the Middle East, and we'll also be tracing the history of District 20. Dr. Smedley was a school teacher. In 1905, he formed a speakers club and named it Toastmasters Club. Why Toastmasters? Because raising toasts at weddings or banquets was an important public speaking skill with which most of us are not comfortable. So his goal was to help the men in his community speak effectively, conduct meetings, plan programs, and work on committees. So between 1905 and 1922, several speakers clubs, Toastmasters clubs, were formed, but they did not flourish due to lack of leadership. Herein lies the importance of inspiring leadership. However, in 1924, Dr. Smedley started the first Toastmasters International Club in Santa Ana, California, USA. And by 1930, 30 clubs had been formed, including one in British Columbia, Canada. And in 1935, Toastmasters crossed the Atlantic and reached England. After the Second World War, in the 1950s, Toastmasters spread like wildfire all over the world, starting with Europe and including our Middle East as well. In 1970, Helen Blanchard was the first lady to join Toastmasters, but she joined under a man's name because at that point in time, Toastmasters was an all-male organization. However, in 1973, membership was officially open to women. In 1985, Helen Blanchard went on to become the Toastmasters' first female international president. So today, Toastmasters has grown by leaps and bounds. So it's grown into the tiny seed that Dr. Smedley sowed back in 1924, has grown into this mighty banyan tree with hundreds of thousands of branches and prop roots, with the branches and the mother tree mutually supporting each other. So today, Toastmasters has a membership of 358,000 in over 16,800 clubs in 143 countries. And we have 108 118 districts organized under 14 regions, approximately 8 to 9 districts to a region. District 20 falls under region 11. That was the history of Toastmasters International. Now let us take a look at the history of Toastmasters in the Middle East. Back in 1953, Dhahran Toastmasters was formed in Saudi Arabia, and this is most probably the first club in the region. This has been documented in the Sun and Flare newspaper of July 29, 1953. And the next documented club to have been founded in the Middle East was in Bahrain. Awali Toastmasters was established in 1960. And this has been documented in our own Toastmaster magazine, The Toastmaster of December 1960. Awali Toastmasters somehow did not survive. And in 1964, Manama Toastmasters was established. In January of 1988, DTM Geeta Ponachami was the first lady to join Toastmasters in the Middle East. Yes, that's me, younger and wiser. In 1989, Indian Club Toastmasters was founded by DTM Ponachami along with others, and this was the second club in Bahrain. So between Manama Toastmasters and Indian Club Toastmasters, many Toastmasters have parented all these offsprings, the 75 odd clubs that we have today. The history of GTAC, Gulf Toastmasters Annual Conference. In 1993, seeds of the Gulf Toastmasters Annual Conference were sown. The 2 clubs in Bahrain and the 3 clubs in Saudi Arabia had their first conference and the usual contests in Bahrain. By 1995, the first Toastmasters club was formed in the UAE. In 1996, Qatar had its first Toastmasters club. In 1999, Kuwait established its first Toastmasters club. And in the same year, 1999, Muscat had its first club. And in 2000, Jordan started its first Toastmasters club. So in 1999, the Gulf Toastmasters applied for territorial council position, and it was approved by Toastmasters International. By 2003, in 2003, the GTC, Gulf Territorial Council, became District 79. At that point in time, there were 7 countries in District 79: Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, UAE, Qatar, Kuwait, Oman, and Jordan. In 2011, District 79 was reformulated into District 79 and District 20 because of the exponential growth in the number of Toastmasters clubs in the region. Saudi Arabia became District 79 alone by itself because of the number of clubs there. District 20 comprised of 7 countries, this time without Saudi Arabia, but including Lebanon. In 2017, again, one more reorganization happened, and District 20 only comprised of 3 countries: Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar. In 2018, District 20 only consisted of 2 countries, Bahrain and Kuwait, and since then, we've had 2 countries in District 20. This was a momentous day in Dubai, at GTAC Dubai 2003, when the district banner was presented to GTC Governor Ponachami. District 20 today has, between Bahrain and Kuwait, 140 clubs, 75 in Bahrain, 65 in Kuwait. We have 35 areas, 9 divisions, 5 in Bahrain and 4 in Kuwait. So that was the history of Toastmasters in the Middle East and how we became District 20. Now let's take a brief look at the benefits of Toastmasters for the sake of the new members. So they come under two broad categories. A, developing communication and leadership skills. B, socializing opportunities. Communication and leadership skills. When we join Toastmasters and stay on long enough in Toastmasters, we fine-tune, we develop our communication and public speaking abilities, impromptu speaking, extempore speaking through table topics. We learn how to give and receive constructive evaluations. We learn how to make presentations. We learn debating skills, time management, organizing and managing meetings, serving as master of ceremonies, team building, mentoring, training Toastmaster officers, coordinating youth leadership programs, YLPs, or speechcraft programs, coordinating gavel clubs. And when it comes to leadership opportunities abound in Toastmasters. We can serve as club officers and go all the way up to club president position. We can take up area officer positions and run up to area director position, division officers going up to division director, district officers going up to district director, regional director, Toastmasters International Director, Toastmasters International Vice Presidents, there are many of them, and finally, Toastmasters International President of the entire organization. Of course, you don't have to do it all alone. We, at the district level, sometimes clubs organize, sometimes it's divisions, but mostly it is districts that organize workshops by eminent speakers, particularly Toastmasters International Presidents, past or present, and Toastmasters senior officers to present workshops to help us build our skills, workshops on leadership to help us build our skills. And this is just a picture from 2002 when International President DTM Gavin Blakey visited Bahrain and all the other 6 countries in the Middle East. So we have had so far 9 district governors from Bahrain and Kuwait. And last year, our homegrown leader, DTM Ali Shabazz, was regional advisor for Region 11. And in 2014-15, DTM Mohammed Murad from UAE, District 79, went all the way up. He climbed the ladder to the topmost position, Toastmasters International President. Well, if contests are your thing, then Toastmasters help you to prepare for and to participate in contests. You can participate at club level contests, and if you win at the club level, you can progress to area contests, and the winners progress to division contests, and the winners advance to district contests, and they advance to regional contests. And finally, if we place at the regional contests, you can advance to international level, the Toastmasters International Speech Contest, where the world champion of public speaking is chosen year after year. Again, you don't have to go it alone. Sometimes clubs, sometimes divisions, sometimes districts, mostly districts, we organize workshops by past world champions to present workshops on speech making. So I may have left out a few, but I can remember 12 workshops by, or more than 12 workshops by 12 world champions in Bahrain and in our district, at our district conferences as well. So these are just pictures of workshops presented by 2005 world champion, distinguished Toastmaster Lance Miller. And we had invited DTM Abdullah Abandi to present a workshop on humor in 2006. So, fueled by his own passion And inspired by all these world champions of public speaking, our homegrown district champion, DTM Mohammed Shukri, went all the way up to the region finals, placed first in the region finals, and he went on to become one of the top 10 finalists at the Toastmasters International Speech Contest at Washington, D.C. in 2006. Now, some more benefits of Toastmasters. Socializing opportunities are plenty in Toastmasters. When we participate in workshops or attend conferences at the area level, division level, district level, why even at the Toastmasters International Convention level in the USA or in other parts of the world, we get to meet Toastmasters from different walks of life, from different countries, and we get to share a wide variety of experiences. So these are just some of the pictures showing District 79 delegates attending Toastmasters International Conventions, either receiving awards. One time we were world's #1 district, or we were flag bearers of Bahrain during those conventions. So, new members and everyone, we have looked at our history and the benefits that our organization offers us. Now, new members, go ahead and make history. Mr. Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Mom, for your brilliant address about the history of Toastmasters. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to learn who's who in Toastmasters. To present this, we have another beautiful lady with us. She planted her learning seed in Toastmasters in Active Mind Toastmasters Club from 1st January 2013. She is a senior instructor at the American University of Kuwait. She has been a Toastmasters for over 7 years. She firmly believes that there is always something more to learn. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome DTM Sandy Stan to present us about who is who in Toastmasters with a big round of virtual applause.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to share my screen, please. Inshallah. Okay, wonderful. Good afternoon, evening, and welcome. I know that so many of you right now, you new Toastmasters, and even some that are not so new, are going, what is all of this? What is DD? What is IPP? What is VPE? What is blah, 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 blah. You know, I can say as an American that we like to take these big long names and make them very short so that they're easy to say and remember. The problem is that if you don't know what they mean, then you're kind of lost. Therefore, I'm going to go through with you some information about what is this structure of Toastmasters, what do all these titles mean, and who are the current officers at all the different levels within Toastmasters. First of all, you as the member, you are up here at the top of the pyramid, and you are the most important member in the entire 138,000 members within the association. You are going down the pyramid. You are a member of your club, and you are a member of your area, and your area is a member of the division. The division is the member of our district, which is District 20, and The district is a member of the region, and our region is Region 11. And Region 11 is part of Toastmasters International, which is part of the world headquarters. Now, what is the structure of Toastmasters International? Toastmasters International is governed by a board of directors. And this board of directors has multiple responsibilities. They need to uphold the mission of Toastmasters. They need to develop an organizational strategy, all our organizational strategies and policies. They need to approve and oversee the budget and financial matters of this enormous association. And they also handle disciplinary matters that, inshallah, nobody will ever need to know about. Usually handled very tactfully. All right, now, the chief executive officers. We have the international officers and the executive committee. There are 19 elected officers and directors. So the top one is, of course, the CEO. Then we have the CEO stands for Chief Executive Officer. Sorry, I broke my own rule about the acronyms. International President, International President-elect, First Vice President, Second Vice President, and 14 international directors. Each one of those 14 directors comes from the 14 different Toastmaster regions. Now, the international officers have a number of responsibilities. These officers will review the proposed annual budget and submit a final budget document to the board of directors. They will review operations and policies that are carried out by the chief executive officer. They will supervise the performance and position of the chief executive officer, conduct the organization's business on behalf of the board while the board is not in session, and they serve as chair for board committees as assigned by the international president. Currently, we still have the leaders from the 2019-2020 Toastmaster year. Our immediate past international president is DTM Lark Dolly, and our current international president is DTM Deepak Menon, with our international president-elect Richard Peck, DTM, First Vice President Margaret Page, DTM, and Second Vice President Matt Kinsey, DTM. Now, our Toastmasters International Convention is coming up near the end, actually next week. And at that annual business meeting, the elections will take place and it will rotate. So at that point in time, our current international president, DTM Deepak, will become our immediate past. And Richard Peck, DTM, will move up to the president, international president position. And the others will depend on the election. Our chief executive officer for Toastmasters International is Daniel Rex. And he's there. He actually came and visited us a few DTECs ago. It was very fun. All right, and also we had several of the other members as well that have come. They were here the last 2 DTECs. Now, the international director responsibilities are to participate in boardroom decisions, to visit the districts, which they did. They came and visited us. They need to collaborate with regional advisors, and they need to interact with the district leaders through visits. They do a mid-year training, and they do the international convention training, where our district leaders have to attend and they get their professional development through them, specific training for their roles. Now, our area is Region 11, and our international director for Region 11 is DTM Aletta Rochat. I wish DTM Aletta Rashat would be here. Maybe she will be here next year. We can see her. And our current board of directors, as you can see here, all of the executive board on the top row, and then going into the second row, we have our immediate past president, and then we have our 14 international directors. Now, going into our regional advisors. So we have our regional international director, and underneath the regional international director, we have regional advisors. There are 2 international regional advisors appointed for Region 11. One is appointed to our district, and these regional advisors are appointed by the board of directors, and they serve 15 months term. So they've actually just started their term that started in April 2020, this memorable year, and it will go all the way through the 30th of June 2021. These people serve as mentors and advisors to the districts. They are there to help and advise. That is why they are called advisors. And they also work as that close link to help the districts connect with the world headquarters. Our current new regional advisor for District 20 is DTM James Turak. DTM James Turak is here for our district, which consists of Kuwait and Bahrain. Kuwait, it became a combo. Brothers together. But you can see all of the districts that are there within Region 11. Now, the very first acronym that I want you to remember is DTM. What does it stand for? Distinguished Toastmaster. We have within our district lots of DTMs that are running the place. Our district trio, these are the executive committee of our district. We have, as you've already met, District Director DTM Mohammed Salim, and his responsibility is for directly overseeing and managing the district's day-to-day operations, finances, and human resources. He's our head honcho for the district. Then it moves on to the lovely Program Quality Director DTM Alifia Lakdawala, and her job is to, she's responsible directly for the quality of the programs in all aspects of the Toastmaster education and training within the district. This includes promoting the Distinguished Club program and planning and executing the district conference. And our Club Growth Director, Khalid Abdullah. There are many, many more. Now you can see here, just so that you get an idea of their faces, you can see who we have here. We have our district trio at the very top, and then we have our district officers, and then we have all of the division directors that are here for our district. The division directors are part of the district council, and even you can see the division directors for Bahrain and Kuwait. And we have the district and the division and area council. You can see the structure that it takes place there, division and area council. And moving on, you can find that we have our program quality director has created this year Pathways managers. Pathways is the educational program of Toastmasters, and they are there to help you understand what Pathways is, what's in our educational program. And you can also see our club growth directors team here. And mostly every club works with their own executive committee. I know I'm a little bit over time, my apologies. Just so that you know, there is a president, a vice president education, which is VPE, vice president membership, which is VPM, vice president public relations, which is VPPR, the secretary, the treasurer, sergeant at arms, which is SAA, and then your immediate past president. Please get to know the structure of Toastmasters and realize that members are the most important part of our organization. Back to you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your brilliant presentation about who is who in Toastmasters. My dear Toastmasters, now is the time to know what are the club officers' roles in Toastmasters. To present this, we have a gentleman with us, planted his learning seed in Toastmasters just 2 years before in 2018. He is a member of Bahrain Elite Speakers Toastmasters Club. He is working at KPMG, passionate about poetry and public speaking. As per him, our theme of the meeting, the seeds of today, trees of tomorrow, is just like a Chinese bamboo tree. It takes 5 years to sprout. After that, in 5 weeks, grows to the height of over 90 feet. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Toastmaster Colin Lobo to present us about the club officers' rules with a big round of virtual applause.
Thank you very much, DTM Sanjeev, for that lovely introduction and those very inquisitive questions with respect to the team. Number one, am I audible and am I invisible? Is that okay?
Yes,
can you hear me?
Yes.
Visible, all right. Just making sure you're paying attention. Okay. A very good afternoon to everyone here today and welcome to the new member orientation program 2020. I want to first say thank you to the Division I for the opportunity to be here to present here today, to DTM Alam and TM Ranosh for giving me the opportunity to present here today. And now to the most important part of this meeting, to the most important people, the new members, you. Now, as we begin, there is the importance of club roles in a club. And the theme of today, as DTM Sanjeev had mentioned, relates to that. The theme of today is the seeds with respect to the trees. And it reminds me about the Chinese bamboo tree. Now, when it is planted, the individual needs to keep watering it daily, consistently. And for 5 years, the person needs to be consistent. If he doesn't water it, the seed dies. So for 5 years, there's no sprout. And people come and go by and they say, where's your tree? Where are your dreams? But then after 5 years, a sprout pops up. And all of a sudden, in the course of 5 weeks, with the greatest growth rate of trees in the world, it grows up to over 90 feet in 5 weeks. You know, I feel that's analogous to our journey in Toastmasters, because Toastmasters keeps watching us, keeps helping us grow day in and day out over the course of our journey. And over the years, we become trees, providing shade, providing a fresh breath of encouragement to those around us. Now, the importance of the club roles here today, the importance of having segmented around 8 members within a club is that, number one, a division of tasks. Number 2, it fulfills a leadership requirement. Number 3, the abundance mentality that the more you give, the more you get. It contributes to a club's success. I always try to think that it is 8 members, but they are like the secret 7 with the guidance of the immediate past president, and the transferable skills towards your personal and professional life. Now, I'm going to run you through the individual roles, and then I'm going to give you a couple of points that you can keep in mind in your Toastmasters journey. So here you have on screen 3 roles. Number 1, SAA. As our previous presenter had mentioned, SAA A is Sergeant at Arms. Now, who is the Sergeant at Arms? Is he enlisted in the army? No, but he is the main host, the first person a guest sees when he enters the club. He is the main host. He makes sure that there is order in the club. He is the general in a Toastmasters meeting who maintains the order of ballots, who maintains the order of votes during the meetings and during the contest as well. Number two, the secretary. Now, the secretary of the club is an integral part of the club. It helps, or they help, keep the club records in check. They document the minutes of the meeting to make sure that we don't miss out anything with respect to the activities of the club. And it also helps you chart your progress over time. Now, the treasurer. The treasurer is responsible for the financial policy of the Toastmasters Club. He's in charge of dues. He's also in charge of collecting and maintaining the amounts of the club. And it's a very critical role. All roles are very critical, and especially even the treasurer. The next three roles is the vice president of education, the vice president of membership, and the vice president of public relations. Now, the vice president of education is truly one of the toughest roles in a Toastmasters club. You do need an understanding of the Pathways program. The education programs of Toastmasters, a beautiful program, and they are responsible for tracking the performance and improvement of individuals within the club and the overall club itself. Now, the vice president of membership works together with your vice president of education, the VPE, as well as your vice president of public relations, in order to retain and grow members over time. This is a critical role. This is your relationship manager for new members within the club, and the vice president of public relations maintains the club's image on social media. For all of you millennials out there, or all of you young individuals and wise individuals on social media platforms, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on Facebook, they maintain the image of the club there. And you can see your beautiful photos, your beautiful screenshots, since we're on virtual platform, there in the virtual platforms, as well as they are responsible for the marketing policy of the club. So those are the 6 roles within a club. And now we move on to the dual roles, basically, of the immediate past president, IPP, and the current president. Now, the immediate past president brings over their guidance, their resourcefulness, and works together with the ExCom comprising of all the roles I've just mentioned before, and includes the president. Critical role, brings across the experience as well, and helps also develop the club as we move forward. Now, the president, the CEO, maintains the long-term and short-term goals of the club, organizes ExCom meeting, and also organizes the ExCom. And Toastmasters is where leaders are made, and a president is someone who leads by example. Every individual within a club leads by example. So with that said, you have an introduction of different members and the different individuals within a club. I do believe I'm on time, so I'm gonna give in a couple of points which I've learned from my journey in Toastmasters. One moment. Which is the best points to keep in mind when you use Bahrain Elite Speakers Toastmasters Club. And of course, there are multiple things you need to keep in mind. Number 1 is attending the club officers training as a member of the ExCom of the club, achieving your DCP points, attending all club and ExCom meetings, etc. But the key takeaway is really this: as a leader of the club, as an individual of the ExCom, you can be a speaker, or you can be a leader, or you can be both. Toastmasters doesn't say where speakers are made. It says where leaders are made. And I always remember the words of DTM Jahangir Khan, because he was the one who got me into Toastmasters. And I'm always grateful for that. He came to me one day and he said, brother, we have a lot of speakers. We don't have enough leaders. And, you know, I never understood it back then, because Toastmasters helps us so much, because our understanding comes through communication, and through understanding, we find the way to peace, as Ralph C. Smedley said, that we are able to, as we develop ourselves as speakers in Toastmasters, we're able to elevate our professional and personal lives. But as we go forward, to become a leader is the most important thing you can do, is something that you can take over to your professional life. And that's what Toastmasters does as a member of the XCOM. So as a key takeaway here today for you new members, as new members in Toastmasters Club, number one is you are going to develop yourself as speakers, as negotiators, as better people for interviews in your professional life, but also keep in mind that you are going to be a better leader. And I encourage you to take an active role in being the club's leadership going forward as well. With that said, I'm going to hand over the virtual floor back to our Master of Ceremonies, DTM Sanjeev. The virtual floor is yours, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster Colin, for your wonderful presentation about the club officers' roles. My dear Toastmasters, now is the time to know meeting roles and responsibilities in Toastmasters. To present this, we have a gentleman with us who planted his learning seed in Toastmasters during October 2018. Currently, Vice President Education in ASSP Toastmasters Club, Division E, Kuwait. By profession, he is a superintendent in construction company. As per him, anyone can count the seeds in an apple, but only God can count the number of apples in a seed. If we are going to bring out the best in people, we too need to sow the seeds of encouragement. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome Toastmaster Dinesh to present us about meeting roles and responsibilities with a full round of virtual applause.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, DTM Sanjeev. Before I start my speech about the explaining the roles, let us feel the proud moment after today's event, as today first female seed sowed by the DTM Geeta Punchami, and so all of us, and especially the lady Toastmasters, should feel the proud moment that she is here today. All current and past district officers, fellow Toastmasters, and honored guests, good evening, and a special good evening to my new members. Your presence in today's meeting shows that you are willing to commit to your personal development. The success of a club meeting depends on the participants, and each meeting there are many roles to fill, and they play an important part in making the club experience enjoyable. Toastmasters Club meeting totally runs on the volunteer basis, and it is non-profitable organization. Okay, moderator share the picture. This is just I brought to get the refresh and feel the enjoy of the physical meeting, which we are missing nowadays due to COVID-19. This is conducted in the New Oriental Map 6 October 2017. Let's move on the roles of the meeting and responsibility. First role in the Toastmasters meeting is the Toastmasters, is called the Toastmasters of the day, and some of us they calling that Toastmaster of the evening at their convenience. Toastmaster of the day, taking on this role improves the organization, time management, and the public speaking skills. The Toastmaster of the day is meetings a director and host, as today DTM Sanjeev is directing the Master of Ceremony. And that a member typically will not be assigned this role until they are thoroughly familiar with the club and the procedures. A new member cannot be immediately assigned as a Toastmaster of the day until he gets the information about the club. As Toastmasters of the day, you have to create a theme for the meeting and be prepared to talk little about why you choosing the theme. At the opening of the meeting, your grammarian and table topic master also need to know the theme before the meeting so the grammarian can pick a related word of the day, and your table topic master also will tie their table topic questions to the theme as well. Acquire a meeting agenda from your Vice President Education. Work with the General Evaluator to ensure all the club participants know their roles and responsibilities, and introduce the speaker during the club meeting, including their speech topic, project title, delivery time, etc. During introduction and the call speech evaluator to read out the objective of the project. Ensure a smooth transition between speakers during the club meeting, and you take over the meeting from the presiding officer or the president, and when they finish the meeting, you will hand over the meeting to the presiding officer for further awarding the presentation or the speaker's award. Next role is the topic master. Topic master called the table topic master. Taking on this role improve the organizing skill, time management, and facilitation skills. The topic master deliver the table topics portion of the meeting, which helps the trained members to quickly organize and express their thoughts in an impromptu setting. As topic master, you select the topic in advance of the meeting that allow speakers to offer opinions. Give members who are not assigned a speaking role the opportunity to speak during the meeting, and by assigning impromptu talks on non-specialized theme or the topics. Don't ask two people the same things unless you specify that it is to generate the opposing viewpoints. We have to offer the guest but could not force them, as since if they are especially the non-Toastmasters guest, so let them understand with the old Toastmasters who are the Toastmaster seniors, let them try the one or two topic by that, then the guest can take the offer the table topics. In clubs presenting a best table topic speakers award, ask members to vote for the best table topic speakers. Next role is coming the meet speakers. Taking on this role improves the critical thinking, confidence, and public speaking skills, for which purpose we joined the Toastmasters. Every speaker is a role model, and club members learn from one another's speech. As a meeting speaker, you prepare, rehearse, and present a speech during the club meeting. Since we are the virtual meeting nowadays, but when we were the physical, arrive early to make sure the microphone, lectern, lighting are working and in the place. And in our virtual meeting also, we are joining 10 to 15 minutes before to check the network connectivity and audio and video visuality. Discuss your goals and strengths and weaknesses with your evaluator prior to giving your speech, so he can give you the constructive feedback and hand over to him evaluation form in the soft copy or the virtual, physical hard copy according to our meeting. Now we are the virtual. When we will move back to the physical meeting, then we have to give the hard copy. Moving further, next role is coming the general evaluator. Taking on this role, improve your critical thinking, organization, time management, motivational, and team building skills. The general evaluator evaluates everything that takes place during the club meeting. In addition, the general evaluator conducts the evaluation portion of the meeting and is responsible for the evaluation team. The speech evaluators, counters, grammarian, timers, all are in the evaluation team, and general evaluator ensure other evaluator know their task and responsibilities. Explain the purpose and benefit of the evaluation to the group. Identify and confirm the meeting assignment with the timer, grammarian, and the counter. And confirm the club meeting program and the checklist with the Toastmasters. During the meeting, take the notes and report on all club proceeding to the evaluate things such as timeline, enthusiasm, preparation, organization, performance of duties, etc. Evaluate and give the recommendation that a club can implement. Speech evaluator. Evaluation is the heart of the Toastmasters educational program. You observe the speeches and leadership roles of your fellow club members and offer the evaluation of their efforts, and they do the same for you. As evaluator, ask those you have been assigned to evaluate what they will present and what they wish to achieve. Provide objective verbal and written evaluations for speakers. When giving any evaluation, offer praise as well as constructive criticism. To the point, first the commendation, then whatever you want to give, want to improve your speaker, give the recommendation, then again the commendation. So it is called the CRC based evaluation. 1 second, I want to find the timer we are having. Moving on the further role coming the timer. Everyone is telling the timer is very important. Timer is very, very important. But how did anyone explain you how it's important? I would like to explain a little bit more how it's important the timer for a speaker. Suppose if you love someone deeply and want to propose her, so you have written one beautiful speech, you took her to a date and spoke your heart out. But when you finished, you discovered as she had already slept. Because my dear Toastmaster, you have taken an unnaturally long time. So if there is someone in front of you to alert you that you are running out of the time, this disaster could have been avoided. So fellow Toastmasters, it doesn't matter that how much time you spend on preparing and practicing your speech if you could not deliver within time frame. Here comes the timer role. When we were on a physical meeting, acquiring the timing signal and showing on this way. But since we are in the virtual, we are using the virtual timer card as our timer Toastmasters Bala Murgu is using. You will see when my time will reach the minimum, this screen will change the green and yellow and amber, red. Also, we are nowadays coming the video of the virtual background. This is the image. We have the, so no need to track the time, automatic, it will run the timing and display on the timing also. So this is the new technology we achieve in the virtual meeting. So as a timer, explain the timing rules, demonstrate the signal device, either in the physical meeting or the virtual meeting. We can say show over the screen. As already on our start of the meeting, our timer explain the timing segment. Throughout the meeting, listen carefully to each participant and signal them accordingly. When called to report, announce the speaker's name and the time he consumed in his speech. After the meeting, when general evaluator are Toastmasters of the day. Whoever called you, you have to submit the report of the timing. Moving on further, next role comes the grammarian. Taking on this role, improve the vocabulary, grammar, critical listening skill, and evaluation skills. The grammarian plays an important role in helping all the club members improve their grammar and vocabulary, introduce the new words to meeting the participant, and monitor the language, write down the language and grammar usage of the speakers, noting the incomplete sentence or mispronunciation, grammatical mistakes. And end of the session, when general evaluator calls, he had to submit the report. A counter. Taking on this role, improve the observation and listening skills. Very carefully, a counter who are playing the role have to listen. And we all of us using some of the few, some of the more, or like that filler word. So here, create a list of the names, everyone in the meeting, you want to keep track of all the and ahs for everyone in the meeting. During this evaluation portion of the meeting, report your observation when called upon. But here you can add some humor in your report also by naming the king of ahs and queen of ahs, whoever having the unaccounted ahs if you could not account it. Additional also roles some having the club, it is optional, it is not the compulsory, like the presenter of the invocation. Invocation is popular way to open the club meeting with an inspirational message. They are usually 1 or 2 minutes in length and are delivered by a designated club member and is entirely optional, as I told. So if your club chooses to open a meeting with an invocation or plea, always take care to respect the diversity of the club members and visitors. Also, one more, joke master, optional. It is not compulsory. The joke master is an important part of the whole process at Toastmasters. And to adding the fun in the meeting, you are here to provide some light-hearted fun before the meeting fully starts. It is important that you keep away from the touchy subject like we follow in the Toastmasters, any religion, politics, or anything involving to the sex. Overall, have fun with it and don't keep it too much serious. Vote counter. In physical meeting, we are physically collecting the votes for the best speakers, or the best table topic masters, or best evaluator. And the virtual meeting, it role done by the moderator by launching the poll. We are getting the collection of the votes and then speaker announce the best speakers, best table topic master, and result forwarded to the TMOD or the master of the ceremony. One more role having the parliamentarian. This also fully optional role. It is required only if the business section is conducted. Responsibilities of the parliamentarian include the interpreting the Toastmasters bylaws and policy, and ensuring all meetings follow proper the protocol. For that purpose, the parliamentarian is having, but it is fully optional. So coming together is beginning, and keeping together is progress. Working together is success. Thank you. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Assalamu alaikum, Brother Khalid. Brother Khalid, from where you have got all these speakers live?
Thank you, Toastmaster Dinesh, for your wonderful presentation about meeting rules and responsibility. My dear leaders, now is the time to know about mentoring in Toastmasters. To present this, we have another beautiful lady with us, Vice President Education of our home club, Mangaf Communicators Toastmasters Club, who planted her learning seed in Toastmasters before 9 years. She believes that being part of Toastmasters is a unique experience to every member with opportunity to learn, guide, lead, and serve to the someone who who contributes to the success of the organization. Currently, one of the 2 quality training coordinators for District 20 PQD. As per her, the mentoring presentation in the Toastmasters International Successful Club Series highlights the importance of a much neglected role of a mentor and how each member can reap the benefits of having 1-2 sowing seeds for future champions and leaders. To understand more about this topic, ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Toastmaster BG Gittens to present us about mentoring with a big round of applause.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms and Master of Ceremonies, honorable respected dignitaries, area directors, Toastmasters, new members, and of course to all the mentors out there. Good afternoon to you. I will shortly share my screen to begin the participation. Hold on one second. Thank you very much. Okay. So I'm visible and audible to everyone, I believe so?
Yes.
Thank you very much. I'm using the educational module of the Club Success series that Toastmasters has provided to assist me to help us understand the definition of a mentor, the role of a mentor, the qualities of a mentor, and the whole mentoring process. Now you'll ask me, why do we need a mentor? Were you listening to all the 4 presentations just before me? Do you have any idea how much of help I would require if I was a new member to know the history, who was the first person, the role, the meeting roles? I would be lost if there was not that person to help me guide through my Toastmasters process. This is the often neglected role of a mentor that is not taken very seriously, but at the end of the session, you will realize how significant this particular person can play a part in your Toastmasters experience. So let's begin now, shall we? Great. What is a mentor? Before that, let me explain to you who is a mentor. The word mentor itself is derived from the Greek mythology. The king Odysseus had left his son when he had to go on to fight the Trojan War. Now he left his son in the entrusted care of his friend, mentor. That's how the word mentor is derived. So mentor was actually a person. A mentor is a knowledgeable and experienced person who gives you that backing and that information to start your journey in Toastmasters. A mentor takes a personal interest in you, don't they? Let's try to reflect upon that particular person that helped you. I can think of my high school teacher in grade 12. She was actually the principal. And I believe today that she was the one that gave me the inspiration to let me know that public speaking could be a way for me to go forward. So I really thank her for that. And I'm sure, like we heard from our district director, Muhammad Salim, he has his mentors present today. What a blessing and honor it is to stand side by side with your mentors. There's nothing beyond that. A mentor takes a personal interest in you, don't they? They serve as your confidant. When you're feeling down, when you're feeling low, when you're happy, they're there for you. I truly believe that. They offer you the knowledge and the wisdom that you need. And moreover, they have a genuine interest to actually see you succeed. Not everybody has that feeling, but a mentor, they do. Now to understand the whole process of why we need a mentor. Now for new members joining the club, this is all very overwhelming. I joined Toastmasters to help improve my public speaking skills. There may be another member who joined to overcome stage fright, maybe to socialize and network, or to just increase their confidence, help speak impromptu better. Whatever the reason that you joined, they want the club to help them succeed. And if that does not happen, we all know what happens. eventually. We'll get to that. And the club has a responsibility to assign you a mentor. And this person is going to help you through the transition phase from being a new member all the way to an experienced, seasoned Toastmaster. They help you learn the program, introduce you to the educational experience of pathways, and teach you all the club jargons, the DTM and the DD and the IPDD, all that falls in role. You learn the club standards, the different culture that the club has. You develop confidence because you know there's always someone behind you to push you forward. That increases your confidence. You tend to participate more because now the person is there to push you. They're explaining to you how the roles are, and you don't feel that nervous or left out anymore. And you also quickly learn your speaking skills because mentors now will help you in your speeches, especially the first icebreaker speech, which is a milestone for any member joining. So if you have not done your Pathways icebreaker, I recommend that you do it. Start preparing immediately after the presentation. While we ease through this transition for old or the new club members, we have experienced Toastmasters here with us. And sometimes during our journey, our experience gets a little bit dull because we've exhausted all of the skills. We know the roles, we know the history, we know everything, but what is there else that the mentor can add value to an experienced member such as some of us here? Now, experienced members may want to improve their humorous speaking skills, perhaps, or their vocal variety or gestures. A mentor will help you refine those skills so you can revitalize that. And in the process, experienced members learn new things. In Toastmasters, it's a continuous process of learning. So we never grow old. We're always new. That's how we refresh ourselves. That's the main reason of having the new members orientation program for the new and the not so new members. Beyond all this, there are some benefits to the mentors. What is it from the mentors? Those who serve as mentors to old or new Toastmasters learn from them. There are new perspectives. I get to learn some new perspectives from my mentees to look at things a different way. And we always use those skills continuously. So we're always growing and learning. We remain productive. And it's always giving back to the community, like how Dr. Geeta Ponnachami had mentioned in one of her talks. It's about giving back, even though she's past the Toastmaster she's a legend herself, but it's all about giving back to the community. You receive recognition by getting the credit in Toastmasters Pathways program. And also, it leads to happy members in happy clubs. Now that all your members are satisfied because they have the help and support, you get to keep all your members. They're more satisfied because they're taking up more roles and they're becoming more productive. And satisfied members mean higher membership. So happy members equals happy clubs. Toastmasters have informed us that there are few of these qualities that mentors need to possess in order to be effective. I will just touch base on a few of them and some out of personal experience. You have to be available. Doesn't mean 24/7 available, but if you set a time with your mentor, make sure that you commit to that time. Be respectful because there may be some differences. They may not be as flexible with your plans sometimes, so be able to adjust to that. And show a genuine concern for actually in their success and offer them feedback all the time. There's not enough, and I cannot stress it more. Feedback is necessary from the day they join until all the time. And be a good listener. So sit with them, plan for them, talk to them, communicate, and be their role model. That's what they're looking for in this whole Toastmasters journey. The whole mentoring process itself is in a 3-layer step. In the beginning, usually most of us sit with the members or we call them up, have a little chit chat to ask them, what is your goal in Toastmasters? That's what the mentor does. I want to know from you, my mentee, what is your goal? Do you want to be good in public speaking? Do you have any projects upcoming that we can focus on? And what do you see yourself in 5 years? So let's set that goal down, write it down, orient them with the new customs and procedures of your club. Explain to them about the Pathways Mentor, the Pathways program, and how the education series can give them this whole plethora of opportunities to be better people professionally and also in their lives. And do remember to help them with their Pathways Icebreaker speech. It's the most important milestone. And without a mentor, none of us has embarked on that journey. And remember that a mentee's performance is actually a reflection on you. So it's a huge responsibility. During the whole process of going on in the mentoring itself, that is during, here we have to plan to give them the goals to achieve. So you let them know the different resources they have in TMI, let them know their responsibilities, give them the speeches and the assignments. And overall, going through in time, tell them how you've done, invite them to area contests and division levels, and let them know how they can explore and use their Toastmasters ability for the better good. See how they have performed, encourage them always, acknowledge their presence, explain the club officer rules. We have to try to groom them to lead the club, and explain about speech contests, which my presenter in the next session will explain, and also about the organization of Toastmasters International. Qualities of the mentees, I must say, as a child, as student, be willing to take on challenges, be receptive, and do not violate the trust of your mentors, like sidestepping. Have an open communication and always be grateful. A mentee-mentor relationship is a finite one, but I would say that it's not finite, it's an infinite one, because the messages that you receive and the experience and knowledge that you share with each other is infinite. And moreover, as a mentor, you would be able to give your mentee a sense of direction, a sense of independence to go on out there and share that experience with another person. And this is when your job as a mentor will be fulfilled. In conclusion, I must say that being a mentor is an experience that we all have to learn, and the benefit is two-way. And in conclusion, I must say, as Isaac Newton had quoted, that if I see further than others, it is because I stand on the shoulders of giants. And literally, I am standing on the shoulders of giants. A tribute to all the mentors. I wouldn't have been here without you. Thank you to Ralph Smedley, Helen Blanchard, and to Geeta Ponachami for paving the way. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster BG, for your brilliant presentation about mentoring in Toastmasters. My dear friends, now is the time to know about the types of contests in Toastmasters. To present this, we have another beautiful lady with us who planted her learning seed in Toastmasters during February 2016 at Babka Toastmasters Club. She is a process engineer in Bahrain Petroleum Company, the current president of Babka Toastmasters Club, an avid long-distance runner and an ice cream lover. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Toastmaster Fatima Hussain to present us about types of contest with a big round of virtual applause.
Thank you very much, our Master of Ceremonies, DTM Sanjeev, for the lovely introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, Toastmasters, our dignitaries, and our new members, a very warm afternoon, actually it's evening now, a very warm evening to you all. It is my absolute pleasure to be presenting to you about speech contests, one of my favorite parts in Toastmasters. So speech contests are a Toastmasters tradition. Every year, more than 30,000 members from more than 140 countries take part in contests, not only to reach the World Championships of Public Speaking, but there is a lot more to contest than only that. So over the next 10 minutes, I will be speaking to you about them. So I'll be taking you through what are the different types of speech contests? How can you get to the World Championships of Public Speaking? Who can and cannot compete, so who is eligible? And what are the different leadership opportunities that you can take in speech contests other than just competing and speaking? So why speech contests? Well, just like athletes, let's say runners or football players, they practice every day. And then at the end, they go out and race. They race so that they can show their skills, so that they can show their abilities, hone their skills, and motivate themselves to be better versions. And speech contests is not something different. Well, speech contests provide an opportunity for us to speak in front of a large audience, something that we might not be able to do in our club alone. It gives not only the speaker the opportunity to speak, but also us as members or as attendees to observe the proficient speakers and to learn about a variety of different topics that will be discussed. The role players and the organizers of the contest, they do have a unique leadership opportunity here in terms of working with teams, organizing the contest. And also contests provide awareness about Toastmasters in our communities. For example, I come from a corporate club, and in our club, we open up our contests for our employees to come in and see, because that will show them what Toastmasters is all about. They get to see the good speakers, the excellent speakers who we have in the club. And so this will not only raise awareness about Toastmasters and what we do here, but also can help drive our membership. So you want to participate in a contest. What are the different types of contests that you can participate in? Well, we can start with the international speech contest, which is my favorite part. International speeches go from 5 to 7 minutes, and they can be about any topic. And this type of contest is what can take you all the way to the World Championships of Public Speaking. Then we have the evaluation speech contest, which are the contestants would evaluate one speaker and one speech from 2 to 3 minutes in a speech of 2 to 3 minutes, just like our club evaluations. And then we have the humorous speech, which is for some people their favorite part because would always make us laugh. And then there is the table topics, in which all the contestants would reply or would comment on the same exact question in a speech of 1 to 2 minutes. And then we have the tall tales and the video. So the video is for members who are a part of a club, which is not enlisted in a district. Now, tall tales and video, you might not see them in our district. And that is simply because Toastmasters International would only allow the district, the area, the division to run only up to 3 types of contests in addition to the international speech. So you selected your contest or 2 contests or 3 contests. How can you get to the World Championship of Public Speaking? Well, just like DTM Geeta said, there are different levels that you need to take in order to reach the world stage, starting from your club. So when you compete in your club and you win the first or second, it depends on how many areas and how many divisions are there. So if you win, you can progress to the area level. And if you win or became second in the area, you can then move on to the division. And from the division, you can move on to the district. And from the district, you can get to the World Championships, the semifinals, and then the World Championships of Public Speaking. Now, the World Championships Public Speaking are actually happening next Friday. And they say every cloud has a silver lining. Well, the silver lining for us in Toastmasters in this COVID time is that we can all get to participate. We can all get to see the World Championships from the comfort of our own home, go to the World Convention by simply registering. It is for free. So please go ahead, register yourself as a new member for the World Convention and get to see the speakers from all over the world competing for that title. So you're excited, you want to compete. Are you eligible? Let's see. So every paid member in a good standing club can participate in speech contests. So if you are paying your dues on time, if your club is in a good standing, you can participate. However, for the international speech contest, you need to complete at least level 1 and 2 of any path in Pathways, or if you were enrolled earlier in the older educational program, you need to have completed at least 6 projects in the Competent Communicator Manual. But now, as new members, you would have all enrolled in Pathways, and so you need to complete 1 and 2, levels 1 and 2. And if you have not done that by the time your club contests come, don't worry, because you can still participate in the humorous, table topic, and evaluation speech contests. So let's see. Who cannot compete? Well, this is a long list of people who cannot compete, but don't worry about that. In general, for district, region, and international leaders, just like what Toastmaster Sandy, she showed their pictures. So anyone who is leading or who's taking a position, in the district, the region in general, or even the area director, they're not eligible to compete. And for individuals who are taking part as role players in the contests, for example, the judges, the chief judge, timers, counters, they're not allowed to compete in the same contest. So if you are competing, make sure that you don't serve in these positions. Otherwise, you're good to go. You're good to compete. So you want to take part in contests, but you don't want to compete as in deliver a speech. Well, there's great leadership opportunities out there for you to take part in. The speech contest doesn't happen by itself. It needs a team to conduct it. Starting from the contest chair, you can be a contest chair and organize the speech contest in your club level, area level, district, division, you name it. So you can be a contest chair, you can be a timer, a counter, a chief judge, a judge, a test speech in which you deliver a speech and then you're going to get evaluations from all the other speakers. You can be sergeant at arms or serve in the committee of sergeant at arms. You can help in terms of public relations. You can be in the registration committee. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to take part in, not only competing. So with this, I would like to leave you with that. Contest brings out the best in us. And if you are competing, if you're thinking about taking any role in a speech contest, Toastmasters International publishes a rulebook every year. You can have a look at it. All the role players and competitors must have a look at it, read it, understand it, so you can refer to it if you have any questions. And with this, I'd like to hand it back to our Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you, Toastmaster Fatima, for your brilliant presentation about types of content. My dear Toastmasters, have you all enjoyed our educational session? Do you have any question? No. I am not going to conduct question and answer session. Question and answer session will be conducted by none other than our moderator, Toastmaster Ginny. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Toastmaster Ginny Johara to conduct Q&A session with a big round of virtual applause.
Hi, good evening to all dignitaries, to my fellow Toastmasters and guests. So now we are almost to the end of the session. Now this is the time for Q&A. I have received many questions in my chat box. And please don't feel bad as there is short of time. I'll be addressing the questions to all the speakers. But if in case I can't, you can send your queries to cgd.district20@gmail.com. So we'll be replying you back to that email. So moving ahead, the first question goes to speaker number 1, DTM Dr. Geeta Punuchan. How does it feel to be the first DTM lady in Middle East? Intimidating or challenging? Is Dr. Geeta here?
Yes, I am here and I've unmuted myself now. I would rather say satisfying than challenging or intimidating. It was a long and arduous journey. I took around, let's say, 4 + 3, 7 years to complete my DTM, but I enjoyed every bit of it.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome.
The next question goes to speaker number 2, DTM Sandy Steen. Can we have CGD, PQD at club level 2 or only at division and district?
No, those are only at the district level, not even at the club, at the division level. There are other rules that are there for the division, though. There are managers that help the division director, and at the area level, there are also managers that help the area director. So at each level, just like in the club, the president has a team of executive in his executive committee or her executive committee that helps to do all of that. Each level of that inverted pyramid actually has a team of people that work together to achieve that. I hope I answered your question.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that. So our next question goes to speaker number 3, Toastmaster Colin. Do you see that the responsibilities of the club officers has increased or changed during virtual meetings as compared to physical meetings?
Thank you very much, our moderator here for today for that question, and whoever raised it, thank you for that. That's indeed a very interesting question, and it depends on your perspective in these virtual times. I do understand with our conversations with ExComs across here that membership retention right now, or even increasing membership during these times, is a little challenging. But however, it certainly is not an impossible task. It's a great task because people still want to develop in Toastmasters. The challenge, it's a mixed bag, I'd say, across the board. But right now, what I see, at least in my club, is that within the roles in the club, even if there are certain roles, let's say, that aren't as active as they would be in a physical meeting, they are helping as a unit as we go on into the virtual meeting. So certainly the responsibilities have remained the same as a team. With that, back to you. And thank you for that brilliant question.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Colin. Our next question goes to Toastmaster Dinesh Kumar. What changes you have found when performing the meeting roles virtually?
Toastmaster Ginny, can you repeat the question?
What changes you have found when performing the meeting roles virtually?
Thank you. Performing the meeting roles in the virtually and then the physically coming little bit more easier. When we are in a physically meeting, we have to not getting the time to from the office hours or have to running the traveling. So if we are the virtual, we get the very good opportunity to performing our role from our home.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dinesh, for that. Our next question goes to our speaker number 5, Toastmaster Biji. Is it the new member role to follow up with the mentor, or the mentor has to follow up with the new member?
Thank you, Q&A chair. So is it the role of the mentor or the mentee to follow up? When a member joins the club, a mentor is assigned. A mentor lets them know what needs to be done. Questions are asked, a plan is made, and there's a continuous feedback and process. In the same way, a mentee is expected to perform on that plan and be committed on those goals so that the mentor can help achieve. So to answer your question, it is not the responsibility of the mentor to check on the mentee. However, in these virtual times wherein people miss the physical meetings, and usually during the physical meetings, mentors and mentees, they have a chit chat and conversation, a feedback or a check-in from the mentor is expected. I hope that has clarified the question. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Biji. We have next question to our dear Toastmaster Fatima. Is contesting more challenging on virtual platform or on physical stage?
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Jenny. Oh, this is a very interesting question. I would say, speaking from a personal experience, I do find competing in a physical contest is more challenging than virtual, because in virtual you are in the comfort of your own home. You can record yourself before, you can basically perfect your speech so that when the time comes, you have everything set, everything is ready. But when it comes to physical, you don't know who's your audience. You don't know, if people are going to react to you. So physical, it's like competing on a physical stage is more challenging. However, still, competing virtually, you'll have to find the right spots and find the right way to make your speech stand out.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Fatima. I have another question for Dr. Geeta Punduchami. What motivates you to continue in Toastmasters?
Like I said, I still give back to my Toastmasters. I love my fellow Toastmasters at my club. They get back to me if they need any help. My mentee approaches me before his speech and we have a discussion. So the feeling that I'm still needed, that I can still give back to my people, makes me want to stay on. And my Gavel Club kids, they have me over when they have debates. They invite me and they ask me to coach the newer Gaveliers in the art of debate making. So, and sometimes they've asked me to be their debate moderator. So all these things are very satisfying when you know that you can give back to the youngsters, you can give back to your own fellow Toastmasters. I mean, nothing can match that feeling. Back to you. That's the reason why I continue. I'm staying on in Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for that answer. I have another question for DTM Sandy. What are the roles of a regional advisor?
There are many things that the regional advisor does. Essentially, the regional advisor is there to help the, apologies. The regional advisor is there to advise the district directors underneath their region. So as you saw, our region has 8 districts that are in there, including District 20, where we are. And our region advisor is there to help the district directors, the district EXCOM, and not only them, but to also help the members of the region. For example, if there are problems that a member does not feel is being addressed by the district, then we always, as the member, as I said, the member is the most important person in the whole chain of command in Toastmasters. So therefore, the region advisor is also available to the members to go and talk to them about any kinds of situation that they may be facing. I hope they're basically a guide, right? They're there to help us get through. Did I answer your question?
Thank you, DTM Sandy. I think we are running late, but still I can ask one more question to Toastmaster Colin. We have elections for the club officer roles. Do we have similar elections for choosing the club mentors, coaches, area directors, and division directors?
Perfect. Thank you, Toastmaster Jeannie, for that question. And now, with respect to the club directors, growth directors, I won't answer that question. My knowledge or my circle of competence would be limited towards the roles in the club and towards my experience in BEST, that is Bahrain Elite Speakers Toastmasters. Now, the voting procedure is similar even with respect to mentors, if I understand your question correctly, that what happens is we try to tailor a mentor towards the individual speaker in terms of, let's say, demographically, in terms of the sector they're working in terms of the age group they're working in, and just keeping those things in mind so that the mentor-mentee relationship is one which is very fruitful. So with that said, we do that for mentors. We do consider it at least in BEST. With that said, back to you, Toastmaster Jeannie.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Colin. I have one question for Toastmaster BG. Toastmaster BG, does mentoring style change when we are on virtual platform? How can a mentor be as effective on virtual platform as in physical meetings?
Thank you very much, Q&A chair. How has the mentoring style changed in the virtual background? I believe it has not changed. It's my personal opinion. Because in the real life, a mentor can only meet up with a mentee for a certain amount of time, physically. It may have a greater impact, but it may be for a set period of time, and then we say we will meet maybe another month's time, and then that's about it. Virtual, it has given us more opportunity to engage with our mentees through emails, which was already before, but we never took that really into to our help. We just relied on physical. So virtual has added a more benefit. And I believe by virtually connecting, it's like you send them WhatsApp messages, you put them in groups, you send them emails. I believe, in my opinion, there is more connection virtually. And the mentor-mentee relationship is growing to be more stronger because now there's more reach. And that's the only option we have now. So it's getting to be stronger and the style is changing. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster BG. I think with this, we are coming to the end of Q&A. And thank you. I think you all enjoyed the Q&A session. All of the questions will be addressed via email to you all. I thank you all Toastmasters who have sent their queries in, and hopefully we'll be replying them back. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jeannie, for conducting Q&A session. Brilliant. My dear Toastmasters, appreciation and awards motivates us and makes us more trusting and more social. To conduct this session, we have another beautiful lady with us who planted her learning seed in Toastmasters just before 5 months in February 2020. Her passion towards learning more and improving leadership skills drives her to join Pan-Palarkal Toastmasters Club 5 months back. She is a MC graduate, stronger believer of context. Always sow your seed of hard work today to reap your fruit of success tomorrow. She is none other than our division PR head, Toastmaster Tamil Selvi. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Toastmaster Tamil Selvi to conduct a round of applause.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. All dignitaries, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, a warm good evening to one and all. Let's move on to the appreciation and award session. Let us all take great honor and privilege to felicitate our distinguished dignitaries. On behalf of Division 9, District 20, I am here take on immense pleasure in welcoming and honoring our dignitaries one by one. I am gratitude in welcoming our District 20 Director, DTM Muhammad Salim. Please accept our honor.
I'm not sure if he's around. He's not around. And you are muted, Sister Tamil Selvi.
I think she is going to share the
I'm not
screen.
able to view the screen.
No, we cannot see the screen.
Now I would like to call SSA head to display the certificate, please.
Okay, by the time certificate is getting ready, we have some excitement session here. Are you ready? I'm going to ask some funny question. What you can do, you can give the answer of that. And Toastmaster Tamil Selvi, once you are ready, just let me know.
Sure, sir.
Okay. Now, the first question is, what has a head and a tail and no body? You can switch on your mic or unmute and you can give the answer. What has head and a tail but no body?
DTM Sanjeev, can I?
Yes, please.
Coin?
Yes, excellent. You deserve a big round of applause, Chairman. Okay. Now,
certificates are ready.
Master of Ceremony, certificate is ready.
Okay, great. Thank you and over to you, Toastmaster Tamil Selvi.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony. I am gratitude in welcoming our District 20 Director, DTM Muhammad Salim. Please accept our honor. Thank you, DTM. I'm proud to call our District 20 PQD, DTM Alifia Lagdawala to receive our honor. Thank you, DTM. I am much grateful in welcoming our District 20 CGD DTM Khalid Abdullah to kindly receive our honor.
Nandri.
Nandri.
இல்ல
Law
தமிழ்ல
department.
பேசுறேன்.
Move the
Can you
screen.
show me the District 20 CGD DT Khalid Abdullah certificate, please? Thank you. Thank you, DTM. I am proud to call our District 20 PRM, TM Maram Allarai. Please accept our honor. Thank you, DTM. Kindly inviting Assistant Division I, Director PQ, DTM Sanjeev Mohabatra. Let's welcome Assistant Division I Director, CG, TM Rajamanikam. Kindly inviting Area 33 Director, TM Faritabai. Let's welcome Area 34 Director, TM Narayanasamy. Kindly inviting Area 35 Director, DTM Sahara Al-Muharak. Now it's time to felicitate our 6 outstanding speakers for their informative and educative speeches. Let us all give a huge round of applause for the following presenters. Our first DTM Dr. Geeta Punnichami. DTM Sandy Stein. TM Colin Lobo. TM Colin Lobo. Our next speaker, TM Colin Lobo. Yeah, thank you. TM Dinesh Kumar Paul. TM BGS Jitens.
Thank you. Thank you.
TM BGS Jitens. Yeah, thank you. TM Fatima Hussain. Now it's time to felicitate our organizing team. With the immense gratitude and pleasure, let me take this opportunity to congratulate them through offering this certificate. Let's all put our hands together to have the following role players one by one. Our timer, Balamurhan, Toastmaster Balamurhan. Master of Ceremony, DTM Sanjeev Mohabatra. New Membership Oriented Program Chairperson, TM Runes Kurin Thomas. Our moderator, TM Ginny Jokra. Head of Education, TM Junita Mariam John. Education team member, TM Sinaj Thomas. Another education team member, TM Adi Asok Kandar, Aditya Asok Kandar. Head of Public Relation, TM Tamil Selvi Saktivel. PR team member, TM Saktivel Kandasamy. PR team member, TM Kavita Rajamanikam. Head of Registration, TM Rajamanikam. Registration team member, TM Durkadiba Nagarajan. Registration team member, TM Rinsi Ian Philip. Chief SSA, TM Ramesh Ramakrishnan. SSA team member, TM Naganathan Ramu. TM Anand Annappan. TM Robin Roy John. Head of IT, DTM Issa Aman. Backup timer, TM Jujata. Backup speaker, TM Junita Mariam John. Backup speaker, TM Rajamanikam. Backup speaker, TM Kavita Rajamanikam. Thank you. Over to Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmasters Tamil, for your excellent presentation of appreciation and award. I think she deserves once again a big round of applause. Do you think only this virtual certificate by appreciation and award is enough? No. There is a miracle word in English, and that is called thank you. In order to continue vote of thanks session, we have another beautiful lady with us who planted her learning seed in Toastmasters 2 years before in 2018. Current president of Indian Academy Toastmasters Club, a software engineer by profession, last year, 2019 Division D International Speech Contest champion, lives by the motto, believe, energize, cultivate peace and love. She is none other than our own head of education, Toastmaster Junita John. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me to welcome Toastmaster Junita John with a huge round of applause for vote of thanks.
Thank you, Master of Ceremony, for that warm welcome. Saying thank you is not just good manners, it's good spirituality. A very good evening to one and all. I, on behalf of the entire new member orientation organizing committee, extend a hearty vote of gratitude to the respected dignitaries of District 20, District 20 Director DTM Mohammed Salim, District 20 PQD DTM Alifa Lakdawala, District 20 Club Growth Director DTM Khalid Abdullah for your esteemed presence. Special heartfelt gratitude to our District 20 Club Growth Director DTM Khalid Abdullah for your words of expertise and valuable guidance for making this event to fruition. Thank you, Division I Director DTM Elamurgu, for your constant words of guidance and support. Thank you, Assistant Division I Director, Program Quality DTM Sanjeev Mohapatra, and Club Growth Director Toastmaster Rajamanikam for your valuable inputs and feedback for this event. Special mention to Area 33 Directors, Toastmaster Farida Bai, Area 34 Director, Toastmaster Narayana Swami, Area 35 Director, DTM Zahra Al-Muhakkarak. Profound appreciation to the other division directors of A, B, C, D, F, G, H for bringing all the active participation into action from their respective clubs and areas. So what's a new member orientation program without speakers, right? So let us wholeheartedly thank all the eminent and eloquent speakers for today. DTM Dr. Geeta Punachami, DTM Sandy Stain, Toastmaster Colin Lobo, Toastmaster Dinesh Pal Kumar, Toastmaster Biji S. Jittins, and Toastmaster Fatima Hussain for your informative presentations. I'm verily confident that the new members couldn't have gotten a better understanding of what really Toastmaster is without your articulate presentations. And even like this cannot happen overnight. I would like to thank the chairman, Toastmaster Rinosh Thomas, for planting the seeds of this event and rolling its weeks ago. Thank you for being the lead and for your overwhelming support in driving this event to triumph. We've also been fortunate to be backed by a team of motivated and dedicated organizing committee who did perform to the best of their ability, bringing this new member orientation program to fruition. Thank you, Chief Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Ramesh Ramakrishnan and team members Toastmaster Naganathan, Toastmaster Robin, and Toastmaster Anand for effectively playing the role of Sergeant at Arms and performing all your duties to the fullest. Thank you, PR Head Toastmaster Tamil Selvi and team members Toastmaster Saktivel and Toastmaster Kavita Rajamanikam for working around the clock and making sure all our flyers, videos, and posters for this event are created with adept skills to be posted on all social media platforms. Special heartfelt gratitude to our District 20 Public Relations Manager, Toastmaster Maram Al-Aradi, for working along diligently with the PR team and always being a light of wisdom in case of any concern and clarity. Thank you, IT Head DTM Isaman, for effectively contributing your skill for the slide presentation of all role players in today's event. Thank you, registration team. Starting with the head, Toastmaster Rajamanikam and other team members, Toastmaster Durga, Toastmaster Rinsi, and for ensuring the significant rise in our registration, which actually helped us to achieve our targeted goals. I would also like to give my heartfelt congratulations and vote of gratitude to the education team members, Toastmaster Shinoj and Toastmaster Aditi Ashok, for their valuable contribution, ensuring for the quality and service right from the prep phase up to the very end of this event. We all know, like for every speakers, even role players play a vital role in Toastmasters, right? Similarly, for this event, we have 3 great role players. How can we not thank them? Thank you, Master of Ceremony, DTM Sanjeev, for your professionalism and expertise, and also your great sense of humor. You made everyone feel welcome, relaxed, and connected. Thank you, Timer Toastmaster Balamurgan, for allowing all of us to abide with the motto, time is virtue, and for signaling each and every speaker to show us the effectual management of time. Moderator, Toastmaster Ginny Jahara, appreciate your code of conduct and in conducting the question-answer session, dynamically collating all the questions and navigating the questions to the concerned speaker. Finally, last but not the least, the new seeds who have planted their roots in Toastmasters. Yes, the very new members. A very big thank you from all of us for making this event a huge victory with your active engagement and participation. On behalf of the organizing committee, the chairman, the division I director, I, Toastmaster Janita Mariam John, wholeheartedly thank you. Over to you, Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, Toastmaster Junita, for your wonderful vote of thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, before we conclude, may I request all of you kindly switch on your video so that we can take a group photo. Please switch on your video. And I request Sergeant at Arms team, please capture the photo, and once it is done, please inform me.
Hello.
I request everybody kindly switch on your video.
Mr. Moderator, the camera is not getting on. Please ask the moderator.
Please, host and co-host, please help our division director.
Done.
Thank you, Toastmaster Muhammad, Division B Director.
Thank you so much for everyone. I'll just give a countdown and you can choose thumbs up or victory or anything.
Toastmasters.
3, 2, 1. Thumbs up. Okay, just one more snap. Just one more time. 3, 2, 1. Smile. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the concluding session of the Seeds of Today, Trees of Tomorrow. Hope all of our seeds, the new members are sprouting to be a big tree with the help of our today's educational session in Toastmasters. To adjourn the meeting, may I invite our own division I Director, DTM Ilamurgu, with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, MC. The roots of all goodness lies in the soil of appreciation for goodness, said by Dalai Lama. As a Division I Director, I thank district officials, division directors, area director, past region 11 advisor, past district director, DTM Ponnusamy, new Toastmasters invited guest, eminent speaker, DTM Geeta Ponnusamy, DTM Sandy, TM Colleen Lobo, TM Dinesh, TM Biji, and TM Fatima. Division I Council, BQD DTM Sanjeev, CGD TM Raja, Area 33 Director, TM Farida, Area 35 Director, TM Narayansamy, Area 35 Director, DTM Sagara. The organization committee members, the event chair, it's my wholehearted thanks to Renosh and 100% wholehearted thanks to Toastmaster Junita John Mariam also. She has done a wonderful job in this. I have to thank Khalid brother also to do this one. And we have PR at Tamil Chelvi and registration at Rajamanikam and ITA Disa. Please accept my sincere thanks to one and all to spend your valuable time with us and made this event in a grand success under Division I in District 20. We must first time to stop and thank to the people who makes a difference in our life, said by John Kennedy. I take this opportunity to adjourn the meeting in order. Merci beaucoup.
Thank you, Toastmaster DTM Ilamurgu. Friends, see you sometime. Friends, see you sometimes somewhere in another event of Toastmasters. This is Toastmaster Sanjeev, the master of ceremonies of the day, signing off for the day, and meeting is concluded. Thank you. Those of you who still wants to stay, I have a couple of funny questions you can answer, or you can feel free to log out.
Before you ask your funny questions, DTM Sanjeev, from me, thank you so much. I have to jump into another meeting, and before that, I have to pray before jumping to the other meeting. And
thank you very much.
I'm sitting in my dad's house, and he's been waiting for me. Come to pray. So I have to pray before I get punished.
Thank you for your dedication.
Thank you, brother. Thank you a lot, brother.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. And if you can maybe switch, can we stop? Can we stop the live streaming and recording?
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Over to you,
Thank you very much.
Master of Ceremonies.